Get your Ultra Ego Vegeta motivational merchandise right now in the Geekdom 101 store in various sizes, colors, and styles. We still have these available for a limited time. It's not too late. Pick yours up today. It ships all over the world. I'll leave a link down below. The latest Dragon Ball Super superhero trailer dropped, and we saw a big, scary omen at the end of the trailer about the true villain of this film. Up until this point, Gamma 1 and Gamma 2, along with the Red Ribbon Army, have been promoted as being the villains of this movie. But now, we know, and I've talked about this multiple times on streams and other videos, that there is a third villain, a mystery final enemy for our heroes to face off against in Dragon Ball Super Superhero. And we saw our first glimpse of that, our first tease of it in the new trailer, where we saw a giant Technodrome / Death Star inspired orbital containment unit featuring... What the hell are you laughing before I didn't even finish my intro?
That's so many adjectives for the nice, very descriptive. Keep going.
That's Mr. Senpai, who I was going to introduce in a minute. I was going to introduce him here in a minute. No video this time, y'all. Just going to be a one-picture discussion. But anyways, okay, so it's being promoted as being the worst existence that has yet to be seen. That's going to be the big secret villain. And also, apparently Piccolo, early in the film, sees that the Red Ribbon Army's working on this, and he's worried about it. And that's going to lead to probably a final confrontation against Gohan, Goku, and the others. So... Mr. Senpai is here. Check out Mr. Senpai's channel down in the description, and I'll leave a link to that. And we're going to be discussing the possible heavy rumors. Is it Cell? Is it Android 21? Is it Gamma 3? What could it be? We now know for sure it's going to be. We know it's going to be the real villain of the movie, bro. So what were your initial impressions on this laboratory experiment gone wrong? And we see Dr. Hito there proving it is going to be an experiment gone wrong.
Yeah, he's an idiot. But anyways, so I see here danger. I mean, if it's not more obvious that this is something massive, right?
It's more obvious that we're going to be in danger.
We're going to be in danger. It does look like a Death Star. I got to say, it's massive. I mean, compared to... Dr. Hito is a short guy. He's a little bit slightly taller than Krillin. But even so... This thing is massive. It's bigger than the incubator for Majin Buu. It's bigger than the incubator for the other androids that we've seen. So it's either going to be... It's massive because there's something very powerful in there, or because what's in there is actually really big.
Yeah, well, so it could be that, but I would guess more towards like the first one, where it's something that might be big, but I think it's more about power than anything.
Yeah, in terms of whether it's Cell, Android 21, let's actually start with Android 21, because that's very interesting that people are bringing that up. Why are people talking about Android 21 being the character that's in here? Well, we talked off screen about this, but you mentioned that she's being heavily promoted lately. In the video games, right?
She's got a new costume in Fighters, and of course she was part of the Fighters, the original release. She's like the Fighter exclusive character, and the colors of the containment unit, the red and the blue, kind of in that image that we see right here on the screen, that matches up with Android 21's red and blue outfit. People have said that to me, but I don't think it's enough. I think we've never seen video game characters that were initially in video games get incorporated into the main Dragon Ball story. We haven't. We've seen Broly, who was a movie villain, so they could do that for the first time here, but we've never seen Miratoa, we've never seen Demigra yet. Now, I'm not saying it's 100% not Android 21, but I don't know if there's enough evidence to prove it is.
Now, here's the thing. Normally, those small details that you mentioned, I'm all over that. You know me, right? I'm making theories about that. But here's the problem.
Right.
Android 21, she's not popular enough for them to bring her into the main story.
The Fighters people are going to disagree with you, but I agree with you. There's a lot of Dragon Ball fans that don't play Fighters that don't even know who she is.
I mean, we're talking about going into the mainstream. And right. Number two, Japan, they don't have that identity culture that we have here, right? Identity politics, where they want to bring a female character just for the fact that she's a female. Now, they sort of did that with Kale. something
Right.
that you mentioned.
Yes.
But that was an exception, right? That was kind of like a small introduction into Broly eventually coming back. Now, another thing about her is that she has a deep backstory, and there is no way that they're gonna cover that in one movie, in a 90-minute movie that focuses around Gohan, Piccolo, and Pan. Now, this evil character is gonna come at the very end. So, how are they gonna introduce her backstory at the very end in what, let's say 30 minutes, 45 minutes at most? There's no way they're gonna be able to fit that in.
Right. They would have to cram in her backstory because her backstory was revealed in Dragon Ball Fighters, and like I mentioned, not everybody who is going to go see this film is playing Fighters or even knows about. I mean, they probably know about it, but they probably haven't played the story mode. And the only thing I could think of as far as the counter argument to that is that they're trying to really push Fighters and push her as a main new character. That they could do that, but in order to get her backstory, you're going to have to play Fighters. So they might be trying to get more sales off of Fighters, but historically speaking, it is not something that they normally do. With Broly, we were able to get a new written backstory from Toriyama. With her, we're going to get the same thing. I guess it's possible, but it's not likely. I think that people's evidence for it being 21 is not enough yet. We would need a lot more evidence for that, bro. I don't see it being her, but it could be a character maybe inspired by her. You never know.
Yes, inspire. Yes, her. No, Akira Toriyama had a direct hand in this movie. He was very excited for this movie based on the press releases that he mentioned, and he always had plans for Broly, as being Broly was a very popular character, but I just don't see Toriyama really giving a deep reintroduction to Android 21 as his like big movie. Right, something that he's very passionate about. This movie, he's hyping it up. Android 21 doesn't make sense to me. I think it's better for him to have a new character or bring back an old character, which will bring us into
with a new power.
With a new power, which transitions over to the next topic, which is Cell.
Right. Now, Cell has been talked about a lot. I have done teases on Twitter about this. Look, when it comes to it being Cell, there is information that I was told, but because I have been unable to verify this information, I'm not going to go out and say it is Cell, but there is a lot of talk of it being Cell. However, it's not the same Cell. It's a rebuilt sort of, I don't know if this is actually what's going to happen, but Dr. Hito may have blueprints of the original Cell. It might have a similar design to the original Cell, but it's a new and improved, recreated Cell, if it is Cell to begin with, because the original Cell is dead. Gohan killed it. But it, speculation, because Gohan's the main character of this film, some are going to believe it's going to be Cell. And actually, I think Cell is the front runner for who it might be.
Right. Well, we do know that they're trying to bring in Gohan, like the Red Ribbon Army. They're using Pan as a way to bring Gohan in.
Right.
So there's some sort of there's a connection that Gohan has to this villain. Could it be that they need his blood, they need his DNA, something about Gohan? They may not even know much about Goku, to be honest. Gohan might be the person that publicly they know, hey, he's the one who defeated Cell. Right. So obviously he's the alpha. We need something about him in order to complete this project, assuming that it is Cell.
It could be a Cell Jr. that survived. This is the very common theory I've seen. It's a very common theory that there's a Cell Jr. that survived and that he wants revenge on Gohan for killing his, quote, father Cell, and that the reason why he's in that containment unit is because he's getting upgraded by Dr. Hito to make him more powerful on the level, if not stronger than Gamma 1 and 2. He may even absorb Gamma 1 and 2 to become the ultimate new nightmare. That I could see totally being the situation.
Yeah, well, you have to think about who's making him, though, right? The Red Ribbon Army. They have Gamma 1 and Gamma 2, which presumably, they're, even though they have free will, they're somewhat under the control of the Red Ribbon Army, right? So this new Cell, assuming it is right a new version of Cell, might somewhat be under their control until it goes wrong. Right, it goes wrong. He obviously danger, and he ends up absorbing Gamma 1 and Gamma 2.
And then because I don't see a problem,
Yeah, I honestly don't see those characters surviving until the next saga. it wouldn't make sense.
Yeah, well, I mean, if it is, it's typical Dragon Ball, but it would make more sense if they were absorbed into becoming this new Cell, and then it would have to be this ultra-powered Cell against, Gohan and the gang, which, it's very tropey, it's very somewhat predictable, but it's also something Toriyama loves to do is, do the nostalgia. We brought Frieza back, we brought in Broly, we brought Trunks back, everybody comes back in Dragon Ball Super, you might as well just have Cell. People have wanted Cell. I mean, I haven't, and I love Cell, but people have wanted Cell. Now, what do you think about it being a brand new enemy, Gamma 3 or Super Gamma or some other android that they've been working on that is more technologically advanced, maybe a Majin android hybrid or something like T-1000? What do you think about that? That to me would be the coolest idea, something brand new we've never seen before.
If it's a brand new character, then it would lead me to believe that what we saw in the trailer was probably only the first half of the movie. Because if they're going to bring a whole new character and then get that character killed by the end of the movie, and they bring that character in the last 30 minutes,
right,
that just seems rushed. So the new villain is either going to survive or obviously he's not going to be his full power, but one way or another, he's going to somehow survive, transitioning into the next saga. Or the movie has kind of giving us a false sense of scale, which is what we've seen so far is not the whole movie, just like the first half of it.
Well, there's still a lot we don't know. Yeah,
with Dragon Ball, they tend to actually have scenes from the very end, like the trailers for Dragon Ball.
It's not done yet. Movie's not done
right,
yet.
But even Dragon Ball Super Broly, they had scenes from the last act of the movie in the trailers, right? So that's typically what Dragon Ball does when it comes to their movies.
But they also animate out of order, and we don't even know about the CGI production. You know what I mean? This is the first time they've ever done a movie like this, so it could be different. I don't know.
That's true. Look, I'm just worried. Here's my concern. If it's a brand new character, which I would love that. I think Toriyama would do great having a new character, very creative person. But I'm just worried that it's going to be rushed. We're going to see a new character. He's going to die.
Well, maybe when they adapt this into the anime, if they ever do it, and we get like an arc version of it, then we'll give it more time. You never know.
Yeah, I'm just worried that it's going to be anticlimactic, But at the same time, if it is to what I'm thinking it is.
You have to remember, bro, every Dragon Ball Z movie of the past, up until Battle of Gods, they only had 45 minutes to an hour to get a villain over. Garlic Jr., Android 13, all of them. They're only 45 minute to an hour long movie for the most part until Battle of Gods, and they were able to do it. So I think they have enough time here. But like you said, there's a lot we have not seen. Or I said it too. We both said it.
Now, here's an interesting question I have for you. So we obviously see that Pan is kind of like the Desto in what is it called? She's basically the one who was kidnapped, and it's up to Gohan and Piccolo to save her. But that just seems a little bit off character for her. She can hold on her own. Anybody, for the most part, that's at a lower level. I have a feeling that it might not even be Gohan getting the win. This movie might be more about Pan and ultimately her becoming the hero at the end of the movie, where she needs to be saved throughout the movie. She's the one who is in need of saving, but at the end, she's the one who does the saving.
Well, I mean, or she could at least help. I think that.
Or she could at least help.
Yeah, and at least seeing her father become a hero again is going to be a great. Seeing her grandfather and her father be heroes, I think would be a great way to kind of really, a great kind of moment for Pan. You know what I mean? As a growth, that'd be kind of cool.
Yeah.
That's why she idolizes Goku so much at the end of Z. I mean, there you go.
That's true.
Yeah. So let us know in the comments. Android 21, Cell, Gamma 3, something totally different. I had someone theorize that it could be like this giant like energy containment unit, like just a bunch of energy, like a hydrogen bomb. And I don't know if that's what's gonna happen here, because that's not Dragon Ball. Dragon Ball is all about the fights. So whoever is in there, it's gonna be a fighter.
It's gotta be a fighter. Yeah. For sure. But it has to be somebody familiar. Actually, I don't know if we mentioned this, but Piccolo sensed some sort of energy, something familiar.
Yeah, well, he saw something that looked threatening, but we don't know exactly what that is till we see the movie.
Yeah.
Whatever that is. Yeah.
If you were to have my vote, I would say Cell, just because if Piccolo can recognize this as something threatening, it's
Yeah.
probably because he's seen it before.
Right. And he probably knows that if it is Cell, he's being upgraded or he's being rebuilt to be a real problem. So it's not going to be the same Cell because the power scale's gone up. So,
Yeah, way up.
Way up. Way up. So that's going to do it for me and Mr. Senpai. Check out his channel and we'll talk to y'all soon.